Final Fury is an upcoming VR game from Kluge, the creators of Synth Riders, that attempts to recapture the feel of head-to-head fighting classics like Street Fighter and Fatal Fury and bring it into a VR experience. The game features a typical block, punch, grab, and projectile mechanics you would expect, and currently has 6 fighters listed on their roster, but only 2 of them are playable in the free demo, which I have had access to for just a few days now. The fighters you are able to try in the demo are Tempest, a female combatant with ice-based abilities, and Glitch, a robot brawler. Both enter the ring with a catchphrase and animations that add a little flair and personality to their characters. The game is pretty fast-paced, as would be expected, and my first couple rounds were very much like my first rounds in Street Fighter, the first time I played it, where I just mashed buttons hoping something cool would happen. When Final Fury started, I was just throwing punches and hitting buttons, and it didn't work out too well for me, to be honest. However, it didn't take long to learn how to block, which seems to be your best friend in this title. You just hold your hands up, and there should be a blue force field effect over your hands to indicate that you are blocking. For both characters in the demo, throwing punches launches projectile fists at your opponents, and if you can get close enough, you can do a hugging motion to perform a grab attack on the enemy. Both characters also have a unique attack. If you hold the grab button with Glitch, his hand becomes a Mega Man Mega Blaster style cannon, and if you press the trigger, you can launch a mine onto the ring that, if your opponent steps in it or is standing in it when it arms itself, will blow up and do damage. Tempest has an attack called Arctic Blast that is a larger projectile that does significantly more damage than a punch. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite get the gesture down to this attack, but my AI opponent was happy to show it off for me. There are currently 2 maps in the demo, Eye of the Storm, which is Tempest level, and Junk Heap, which is Glitch's arena. The game runs very well for a work in progress, with only a couple small animations not activating during my playtime, such as a grab animation not occurring but the enemy still taking the damage, or a knockout where the enemy is still standing there looking at me instead of dropping to the ground. The controls are responsive, other than me just not being able to figure out how to do Tempest's special attack, which is very likely user error and not an issue with the game. The demo seems to serve as a good introduction to the game mechanics and style, but obviously with only 2 characters it quickly started to feel repetitive, and it was easy to figure out the weaknesses in the AI opponents. The characters do seem a little simplistic. I feel like having only 1 special move per character isn't really enough, and I hope they add more moves until each combatant has at least 2 or 3 signature moves in their arsenal so that they aren't so predictable. This title does have potential and will probably appeal to the right user base. This style of fighting game didn't age well in my opinion, and VR might be a way to resurrect it into something new and fun, and I'm curious to see if the VR community will embrace it. You can download the PSVR demo on Steam, and I have posted a link in the video details. Final Fury is coming to Steam VR, PSVR2, and Meta formats. Thank you for watching, and game on.